Hi, everyone, and welcome to the WA Running Podcast. It is episode 98, and it is Monday, the 24th of November, 2025. Tonight, it is just Vicky and somebody across my screen who is no stranger to the Strava acronym. I'm still baffled by this person's Strava titles. Simon, the acronym fam, how are you?
Casual kudos. Hello, I'm very good. Yes, the current acronym is DTS, which stands for Daddy Trackstar, because this daddy is going to debut in the 800 meters this Friday. So, summer of speed, raring to go. Body still hurts despite having my mileage cut in half after finishing Melbourne, 7 weeks ago. But that is the current acronym system that we are running with at the moment.
So DTS 25/26.
Yeah, Daddy Trackstar 25-26, the 2025-2026 season.
Okay, got it, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Any more questions?
56 out of 60 minutes.
Yeah, I was meant to do 60 minutes today, and I was very time poor, and 56 minutes was all I had today. I think, if we are looking into acronyms in the past, I have gone very far in terms of workout 1, workout 2, workout 3, but I thought I'd move on from that. So now it's just trying to come up with random Strava titles after the acronym system. There is a method to the madness though, because so what I use is a thing called intervals.icu. So it's like basically Training Peaks. So it imports all your Strava activities across, and you can do like data analysis of trends and all that sort of stuff. So if you're a data nerd, like intervals.icu is the app for you. But what you can do is you can filter your activities by a range of different things. So I actually filter my activities based on the acronym, which allows me to compile what my marathon blocks are, and, workouts. I can compile that all together. So yeah, the acronyms have a purpose.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the explanation. Yeah. How was your week?
Yeah. No acronyms here.
No acronyms. Are you? Oh, yeah. Because are you just like a morning run, afternoon run? Or I mean, you do. I've seen different titles. Yeah.
No. So last night I did. Yesterday I did a weights workout, and I wrote my title was "Some Weights, Some Hustle."
Oh, okay.
I thought that was quite a good one.
That was a good one. I did see that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, you put some effort into it. That's all right.
I put a bit of effort in.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to the intro, which is my first time of doing the intro, so we've gone a very off tangent. So it's just myself, Vicky and Simon here this week, and we have got a quiet weekend of running, but some results. So we've got the Big Six organised by the UWA Athletics Club. We've got the Strive Programme A to bring you, along with the 10,000 metre state champs. And we have a Simon Says collab with Vicky's Verbalizations, as well as our usual Weapons of Warp segment. So, yes, shall we kick it off with training weeks? Simon, do you want to go first?
Yeah, it's very strange going first. I usually wait for you guys to share your training weeks before I go with mine. But no, it's been good. Did 82 Ks in the last week, which I think is the most Ks I've done since the marathon block. It was a week of new things. So Tuesday's VO2 workout was heading to the WA Athletics Stadium in the middle of the day. So I went there with Ash. So it was a 10 by 400 meters. It's on I think Tina wrote down like on a 2-minute cycle. So whatever you do the 400 in, the only rest you get is up to 2 minutes, including the rep. Anyway, that kind of didn't go to plan after the first rep, because I got very excited and did the first lap in 70 seconds. I can't remember what that works out to be. Very fast. And kind of went lactic straight away. And then the last sort of yeah, the rest of the session kind of went in the bin a little bit. But I did try the spikes that I'm going to wear. What's it called? It's the Supicious 2. So I've tried spikes on for the first time for the last 2 reps, and yeah, I'm flying. So it's given me a lot of confidence this Friday. Though I'm going to envisage that the first lap is going to be super quick, and then the second lap is going to be a nice crawl to the finish, and then vomiting by the tree at the end of the finish. But that was good. It was good to do that with Ash. I think I'm going to do a couple of track sessions at the stadium in the future, because it's really nice to do reps there as opposed to Hyde Park or Lenore Road, which is where I usually do my reps on a Tuesday. And then Thursday, I went to Bold Park. So the guy that's allergic to hills and any form of trails decided to do Bold Park. Tina's been putting in, hills basically on a Thursday. So yeah, she's getting me to do this sort of fartlek type workout in Bold Park. So there's a 6.6k kind of loop in there. So it's like, 6.6 Ks. I think it's 152 meters of elevation. And what you're trying to do is efforts up the hills, and then you try and recover on the downhills, and you kind of keep going for however long to the top of, what's the top called? I think Ocean View Summit or something. Anyway, that was shit. That was a shit time on a Thursday.
Is that Zamia trail that you're doing in Bold Park?
Zamia makes up a bit of it. So it's a combination of a couple of little trail bits. I think there's like a camel line trail that you start off on, then you do a bit of Zamia, and then you kind of loop back in a way to Zamia. It's a combination. I think, what's the other one? Pine Walk is part of it as well.
Yeah, okay.
It's a combination of little loops in there.
That middle bit of Zamia across the middle of Bold Park is very, very tough, I find. I go in there and I start from the top and do Zamia anti-clockwise. Yeah, anti-clockwise. And it's lovely, but for the first probably couple of Ks, this is nice. It's rolling. There's a little bit of undulation, but there's as much down as there is up, and I find it quite easy. Not easy, easy running. Nice running. And then you get to that. I don't know what section it is, but the middle section. I'm like, God, this is so tough.
Oh
so I don't know how you're doing efforts. My efforts on those hills are just my normal running.
Oh yeah, I was an idiot. I wasn't familiar with the loop that Tina had prescribed for me. So we've run that loop together as an easy run before, and but then doing it by myself, I had to create the map on my Garmin to sort of figure out where I was going. So on my screen, I had the map page. So I wasn't actually looking at my efforts so much, but looking at my activity, I think my grade adjusted pace for the first section was definitely 340s, 330s. And then I went up the first hill and I went lactic straight away, and it was a very shit 5Ks to the end. I walked for some sections. I might have spewed a little bit, and it was very tough. So I think it was humid on Thursday. I can't remember.
It was really humid on Thursday.
This sweaty boy. So it was a tough time. So it's been a tough week actually, but good to get that done. And I think that was it in terms of the hard sessions. Actually, on Saturday we had Team Tina tempo, but Tina's been sort of getting us to do threshold now efforts on the Saturday nowadays, now that we're in the summer sort of season. So 2x3Ks. There's a whole bunch of running influencers at Scabs on Saturday. I think there was some sort of X-Pro.
There was the Perth Fitness Expo, I think, on Saturday. Like
yeah. So we decided to go south from Scabs, which is a much flatter experience when you're doing your sessions. But still, pretty shit time. So didn't have Dan with me, who is very good at pacing these efforts. And I was running with Shaf, and we know what Shaf's like.
Not so good at pacing the efforts.
Not very good. We go sub 3:30, which actually we were going. The plan is to go 3:30 and try and push yourself. But we all blew up. So I think it was 3:31 for the first rep. For the first 3Ks, and then the second 3Ks was 3:45s or something. So it was a tough morning there. And then I've kind of moved my week around. So nowadays I do my long run on a Wednesday, and my long run's only sort of 80 minutes, 90 minutes anyway. And Linda would be very happy to know that my Sunday run is 60 minutes. So all in all,
how delightful.
82 Ks for the week. It's really nice. It's going to be easy running this week before Friday. And then I think Tina's got us doing time trial on a Saturday. So I don't know how that's going to work after an 800, but we will see how we go.
Going back to your track session.
Yep.
What did you learn in that first 400?
What did I learn?
What are you gonna take from that into the race on Friday?
Despite it being, a very inconsistent session, I think I got a lot of confidence out of it, to be honest. Because, on the Saturday sessions, we've been talking about like what is going to be my 800 time and what will be considered a failure, according to Dan. And I think the consensus is 2:25 should be the goal for Friday. I can't remember what that works out to be from a pace point of view, but potentially that is what I'm aiming for this Friday. We'll see what the excitement levels are like. And I have to say, like, I know you guys were talking about track being sort of very intimidating and terrifying, and I would agree with you. Even rocking up on Tuesday, waiting for Ash to arrive, I was very nervous, even though there was no one there in the middle of the day. But I'm somewhat confident coming into it, but we'll see what Friday night brings. I can't remember what time the race is. I think 7:30, somewhere around there.
Exciting!
So I'm confident. Like, it's a bouncy. Track's bouncy. The spikes are a weird sensation because it feels like you're on your tippy toes.
Yeah.
And I feel like because it's at an 800, your calves aren't going to hurt as much compared to if you're doing a 5,000 meters or a 10,000 meters on the track in spikes. So, it'll be a learning experience.
So if you're doing 2:25 is the goal, and a mile, for a mile that would be 4:50.
That doesn't seem. Is that fast? I don't know. Yeah.
Well.
Oh, that's fast, isn't it? Yeah, a mile.
The fastest mile time is 3:43.
Oh, okay. What a slow poke.
For a man. For women, 4:07.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either, to be honest. I'm not a track expert, so I struggle with converting these things upwards to distances that I can comprehend.
Yeah,
I've done a bit of track running in the past, but I wouldn't be able to tell you any of my times. Power of 10 would tell me. I should look that up, shouldn't I? They would be very slow.
Fair enough. I think it's hard to know. Like, I feel like if I'm not sprinting it, then it'll be a waste. But then I know that if I'm sprinting it, it's going to be a very painful second lap, and it's going to, just hurt for the whole, however long my second lap goes for. But I don't know. I think it gives me actually a lot of confidence running on the track. I was probably nervous about how fast I could do those reps on a track in the middle of the day. But it was great. So the workout was in the bin, but I think, coming out of it was a lot of confidence. So I think as long as I don't do anything stupid, like, I don't know, eat my dinner at 4 p.m., then kind of sweet.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've looked it up. My 800 meter PB is 3:04.
3:04. Okay. What pace is that?
Oh, well, this is 6:08. I'm converting all this to miles. I don't know why.
Okay,
I used to work in miles back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean,
is that you doing an 800, or is that them converting what they think your 800
No, that is me doing an 800.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
When was that?
Yeah. 2014.
Oh.
Yes, I haven't run one since 2014.
Would you be tempted to do one?
No, absolutely not. No.
2014. Okay.
I would probably draw the line at 3,000. I reckon I'd do 3,000.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd go shorter than that.
I am trying to convince Sav to do 3,000 meters. So, maybe whenever that's on in February, maybe you come back.
Yeah, exciting.
Maybe when you do the sub 25K and then you sneak you 3,000 meters. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, it's going well so far. So, so maybe shall I get into my
go into your
training week then? It's been great. No, better than last week. So I wasn't running at the beginning of last week. I gave myself a full week off between my mole removal and stitches that I had. And actually, I figured it probably wasn't a bad idea either because my iron had been low and I'd only just had an iron infusion. So I walked on Monday, Tuesday, and then I ran easy on Wednesday. I've got some new Adidas Evo SLs in this incredibly bright orange and pink. How
much did you get them for?
I paid full price for them. Because
have you seen?
I know. Yes,
yeah.
Jargon Crago, and yes, I've never seen anyone wearing this colour, and I love them, so I bought them. Because I wanted to be the only person in Perth with this colour.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I have got a bit of regret. Then it's because they don't go with much, so I can wear all black really with them. Anyway, I did 10K at Yellow on Thursday. It was very humid, as you say. And then Saturday I did a Wolves 8K, easy 8. And then I went to UWA and did parkrun, which was actually not too bad. Still feel like, so they say the iron infusion will take between 2 to 4 weeks to kick in, depending on who you talk to. And I definitely think I'm still waiting for it to kick in. And like fading away between 3 and 4Ks of a 5K and finding that quite hard. But anyway, it was okay. And then I did a bit of an easy-ish run with BTRC on Sunday from Floriette. So I did 53Ks for the week and completed my last person standing week 8. Very good. That was good. Tick that off. And sub 25K attempt is feeling like it's a long way off at the moment, but hopefully I'll start to get back there. This week is week 9 of my last person standing competition, and it is Strava art week. So if anyone has any bright ideas for what Strava art I could create, I've never done Strava art before.
Yep.
So I need something, and obviously I want to win.
Yeah.
And it goes to vote. So any ideas, send them in. Because
I mean, we've got some very creative Perth people.
Yes.
We've got Jamie Back, who did the Australia Strava art earlier this year, and then Phil Gore, I think, drew a cock and balls one day.
Yeah, that was.
You're not going to do that?
That was suggested to me, and it's a hard no.
It's
no pun intended.
No,
no, I'm thinking at the moment the best I've got is actually I'm not going to give it away because I don't want any of my fellow competitors to steal this idea from me. So I'm not going to give it away. Any ideas? I'm sure they'll be better than mine because mine's pretty basic. Let me know. But it's got to be a 9K. I've got to run on it for 9K.
Okay.
So yeah.
Isn't there like a website where you can?
There is, yeah. So I think you can map them, but so I haven't looked at that yet. Life's a bit busy at the moment, so I will get to it. I've got a couple of days to figure it out.
I feel like you got to do the Warp logo if you can make it work.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
There you go. Put it in the website. See if you make it work.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you.
I've got a couple of questions, I think. I'm trying to think. No, I had a question. I forgot about it. You said UWA parkrun is becoming one of your favourite park runs.
Oh, yeah, I put that in the notes. Yes, it is.
Yes. You've done a fair number of park runs, both in Australia and in the UK. What makes UWA the one for you? Because isn't it like a couple of loops and aren't you like doing twists and turns and stuff?
Yeah, I like I don't know, I think for Perth it's a bit different. Actually, I couldn't compare it to one in the UK either. It's just quite different. I like the fact that you're on the university grounds. The buildings are all very pretty. At the moment, there's a lot of jacarandas and they're all flowering, so that's beautiful. I don't mind the twists and turns. There's only one U-turn in it. Okay. The rest of it, yes, there's a few turns, but that's okay. There's a couple of bits where you go through little tunnels and things, which is quite cool. And it's a nice, it's all just friendly. I mean, they're all friendly, but it just feels friendly. There is another reason. I just really don't want to tell everyone because I feel like it's my little secret. But the breakfast is great. And it's really good.
What do you mean the breakfast? As in they serve breakfast after?
Yeah. So there's at the university club Saturday. I believe Saturday is the only day you can go in there as a non-member. And they do a really great brekkie burger and coffee deal. And it's so good. I would potentially say it's one of the best breakfasts in Perth.
Wow, big call.
I've ruined it for myself now because everyone is going to go there. Everyone that listens to the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to be away for the next few weeks. So head on down to UWA and try it out. And then when I come back in January, I'd like everyone to just go away.
Fuck off.
Leave it for me again. But yeah, no, it's great. Perry Lakes will always be my favourite in Perth because it's my home parkrun.
Yeah.
But yes.
If you were to do a parkrun PB, where would you go?
I'd probably have to go to Joondalup.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quick people at Joondalup as well, especially if you're in like athletic season, like all the kids do it in school. Yeah. So you always have someone to pace you, basically.
Yeah. I don't mind Careen either. I think that Careen isn't the fastest, but it's quite local to me and it's flat and it's easy, like it spreads out quite quickly as well. So I quite like that one. And it's just two big loops, so no turns.
True.
But I think that it wouldn't be UWA and it wouldn't be Perry Lakes, that's for sure.
No, not at all. Yeah, no, I'd have to agree with you. I think, Joondalup, I reckon Careen second. Do you know what's a crap one for fast time? Like Yokine. Have you ever done Yokine parkrun?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have. And yes, I agree with you. It
just mentally breaks me when you do like a sharp hairpin turn after 1K and then you go back to the start and then you do that weird triangle sort of loop.
I feel like they've been very creative there to make that course work because obviously in park, I don't know whether everyone knows this, but you can't cross a road in a park run. So they have to do that U-turn. So I think it's really good that they made it work. But no, it wouldn't be my pick for a faster one either. No.
Very good. All right. Well, let's get straight into results. We said this was going to be a very quick episode, but we're already 26 minutes down. So
we'll whiz through it.
Yeah. Maybe the next 10 minutes. All right. Well, let's start with Strive Program A. Take us away in the 1500.
So the Strive Program A, 1500 metres. In the men's, Ben O'Sullivan came first in 3:55.89. Anthony Giselli in 4:01.37 second, and Liam Dardengo in 4:03.02 or 2:0. In the females, Kirsty Peterson was first in 4:37.12. Billy McHenry was second in 4:37.36, and third place female was Ella Mazziello in 4:38.67.
Close race.
Yeah, very close. Yeah, especially the ladies.
Yeah. All right, we've got the UWA Athletics Club Big Six on the Saturday. I think that was at McGillivray. It's an annual event. First event was in Feb back in 1979. It's now a showcase event at McGillivray, where the senior UWA club invites the top 6 athletes to compete across a number of events. It's one of UWA's biggest community events on the calendar, and there's a decent amount of prize money. So there's about $13,000 in prize money. There was Christmas stalls just in time for Christmas. We had food trucks, a bar, and Santa ! So I have tried to convince my daughter to come to this for the second year running, and unfortunately this Saturday I could not convince her to come down. She wasn't interested, so I will try again next year. But it looked like a good spectacle based on the footage and the pics that I've seen. So we'll start with the 300 meters. So that was taken out by Adam Kopp in 35:18, Tyson Gent in 35:55, and Whitehill in 35:89. In the women's, that was taken out by Angel Turner in 38.2, Olivia Dodds in 39.16, and Annie Pfeiffer in 40.66. And I guess in we call it the flagship event, the Elimination Mile, where you do a lap and then one athlete gets eliminated each time. The men's race was taken out by Tom Moorcroft. Coming second was Jonah Hanakiri, and coming third was Matt Stoner. And then in the women's race, we had Leah Waters taking out the win, followed by Isla Mulroy, I'm pretty sure is how you say her name, and Sophia Brown coming third there. I think from memory, the weather was a bit funny on a Saturday. It was like sort of overcast, gloomy, windy, sunny, warm, and everything in between. But I think by the time the afternoon came around, it was all good, nice and sunny. So pretty good conditions there. But then I think Sunday was a bit all over the shop as well, and we had the state 10,000 meter championships.
Yeah, before we get onto that one, so this event sounds awesome, and it passed me by. I wish I'd been aware of it being as big an event as it actually is. I knew it was happening, but I didn't know what you've included here about the prize money and food trucks and things. It sounds good.
Yeah, I feel like athletics is just not really that promoted.
No.
Like you would think that.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah. And it probably wasn't until we took on the podcast that we noticed, we knew that it existed. But it's a shame that it's not well promoted in the broader WA running community. I think if you're into athletics, you'd know about it, but that's about it.
Yeah, shame. Well, hopefully they got a bit of a crowd down there and some support, and I will add it to my calendar for next year. So the state 10,000 metre championships, the wind was crazy on Sunday, so I don't envy. It was bad enough for my run, so I don't envy this bunch that ran in this event. And you've noted here, Simon, that last year Ellie Dans had the bell rung on her in what she thought was her final lap, and she'd actually run a lap short, so there was no women's champion, which I'm sure didn't go down too well.
Safe to say Ellie Glans did not participate this year.
You can see that from the results. But it looks like there were no errors or mishaps this year. So in the men's, Matt Smith was first in 31.25, Carlos Aquino second in 32.02, and Nikhil Redipalli in 33.23. In the females, Josie Wilson was first in 38.10, Sarah Knox second in 38.15, and Ellaby Hansen was third in 38.20. Another close race there as well.
Very close.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, another event that is also not very well promoted.
No.
It's a shame. I think like trying to sell a 10,000 meters on the track is always hard, but I feel like if it was promoted better in the broader WA running community, you'd probably get a couple of people signing up for it. Like I feel like the state 5,000 meter championships, because they do that community run aspect, you get more people involved that night. But I feel like
definitely.
I feel like this is kind of under the radar. No one really knows about it, which is a shame.
I think it really does show that if we can make track a bit more familiar to people and accessible, and maybe somehow, I mean, it sounds like the first one that we talked about, maybe not so much the state champs, but the Big Six is made into a bit of a festival with, kind of Christmas stalls and food trucks and things like that, bar and Santa, and so it's very family friendly. But if you can turn these events into, I don't know, that's a lot of effort and organising required to do that, and you need more people and you need more money and everything else. But it's nice to support the runners that are putting themselves out there to do it.
Yeah, definitely. We had the 100K Asian Oceanic Championships that was held in Bangkok, Thailand over the weekend. So we had Team Australia that included team captain Clay Dawson along with Ben Quang and Perth's own Michael Hooker, with team manager Ash Daniels. I was looking at the course before we started the record. It's at this park starting at 10 p.m. and it's a 4K loop and you do 25K laps, which doesn't seem like a fun time in the hot, humid Thailand weather. But hopefully a 10 p.m. start perhaps made it somewhat tolerable, maybe. But the person that took out the win was Amar Singh Devanda from India in 6 hours, 59 minutes and 37 seconds. Michael Hooker came in 8th in a time of 8 hours and 7 minutes. Clay Dawson actually came second in 7 hours 15, so a pretty good result there from the Australians, where across the men's race, Australia came second in the teams category with a collective total of 23 hours, 36 minutes and 41 seconds. Have you done an 100K before?
I've run 100K, but not as a 100K race. I've run it as
Herdies.
I've run Herdies, yes, and I've done a 24-hour race as well, where I went further than 100. So I think it's a bit different when the finish line is timed or when the finish line there is no finish line, like a backyard ultra. So I don't know how long it would take me to do that. The guy that won was running at 4:11 per K.
Yeah.
For 6:59
in Thailand. Yeah, I wonder what the conditions were. Probably 30 degrees, 90% humidity.
Yeah. He must be very acclimatized.
I think so. I feel like in terms of 100K races, there's only what's that one that's on Australia Day, which I think Michael Hooker did earlier this year.
So the Australia Day Ultra.
Yeah, that's the one.
Would be an apt title, wouldn't it?
It would be. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're 90% sure that that is accurate. Yeah. All right, so we've got some upcoming events. So this week we've got the Marathon Club McNally Applecross Shoreline Run, aka the 3K World Champs, at Tompkins Park. I think it's a sold-out event. So well done, Marathon Club.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
Very awesome there. So no last-minute sign-ups there. And then we've got the Perth Trail Summer Series, Qigong on the 7th of December. That's at Wollongong Regional Park. You've got 5.2K, 10.5K and 15.6K. And you've got until today when the podcast releases to sign up for the Summer Series package. If you're wanting to sign, I guess, the series of races on the cheap. we've got the Founders City Beach Christmas run on the 14th of December in sort of Challenger, sort of, what's that, City Beach. You got 4K and 8K distances. I think I'm doing the 4K. Try and get myself a podium. Maybe get myself some socks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cool. I love that race. I'm going to miss it. Yeah. It's great one.
One that has breakfast, a well-resourced breakfast.
It is a very good breakfast. I agree with you. Marathon Club do a really good job at that event. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, agree. Then we've got the 6-inch trail marathon on Sunday the 21st of December with distances that include the 23K and 46K. We've got the powerlift relay on Boxing Day. That's at Perry Lakes. From memory, Max Davidson and Jack Sirrett set the record last year. I think they did 10Ks in the space of that half an hour. So very phenomenal running.
Yeah, wow.
I think you run through sand in part of the makeup
of
it. Yeah, there's like a section, like it's not on the actual road. It's like off-roading a bit. And this was one where Chris Shaw challenged Andy Carrington to a duel with their respective kids, and Andy won, and then I think got an injury shortly after. So I'll be in Perth for this. So I remember calling out to Big Kev that this year would team up, but I'm not too sure if he's still keen. So let me know, Kev, if you're keen on teaming up, and I'm happy to do powerlift with you.
I reckon he might be. He was at his first BTRC run yesterday.
I think I was running a session in the last week as well.
Yeah. He's back in it. He's doing 6-inch, I think.
Oh, okay.
So
well, hopefully 6-inch doesn't break him, and then
he'll be fine. He'll be fine for the 20.
It's a short run, isn't it? 46Ks is nothing for him.
Yeah.
Well, if he pulls up okay from 6-inch, I'm keen for powerlift relay, Kev. And then we've got PTS Summer Series Welly Grunt on the 4th of Jan. So it's kind of wrapping up in terms of races. There's not many races in between, but still some stuff there if you're keen on taking part. All right, we've got Warp Admin. We've got a collab of Simon Says and Vici Verbalization. I'll start things off with Simon Says. We've got Transcend Regos out. Came out this morning. We've got distances from the 6K all the way to the 65K Ultra. It'll be good to get Shane back on just to run through what some of the major changes are for next year's event. But I think the main one that I saw that was the biggest difference is the 40K team relay. So that just offers an opportunity for those wanting to join as a team. So there's a 40K team relay option along with the 65K. I was talking to Chris soon after Transcend, and he was keen to do the solo 65K. So I think he's locked in for that. So he'll be doing the 65 solo. I reckon we do another team relay with Warp. And now that you're on, I
think that's a great idea. Actually, so a friend of mine sent a message earlier today and said, as she was signing up for Transcend, that it prompts. So when you're signing up, it prompts and says, the ultimate adventure through the Avon Valley. You are clearly very intelligent. This is a wise decision. So I think that means we should all do it.
Yeah, I think so as well. Not the 65K, but the team relay.
The team relay, yes. Yeah. I'd be in for the team relay. Maybe we do a head-to-head, and we can get on to who we may challenge to that head-to-head.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, I feel like, what did we come? We came, I think, 4th overall in the teams, but 2nd in the mixed relay. I reckon we can go one better and take out the mixed relay race. It's kind of the plan, I reckon. I was messaging Ella before we started recording, and apparently she's doing it. So there's already a team signed up. So we've got Jesse, Ollie, Renee, Nari, and Ella. So it seems like team double.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Plus Ella. So I think, we've already got a challenger, but I'm sure we've got other team challengers. So how about we formulate who the rest of the team members are in the hopes that we could get the win.
But hang on, so Chris is doing the whole thing?
Don't worry about Chris. Chris is doing the solo. We'll have to think of other three people.
All right, okay.
I reckon Dane Sproxton's probably keen to go again. So we've got the young gun.
Okay.
We'll see if Ashley's... we'll think of the others, I reckon.
Yeah, let's get Ash involved. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Well, we'll put in, I think, in caps.
Yeah.
And maybe I will skip on to my build on that.
Okay.
Which is, well, it's kind of a build. We'll loop back to it. WA running podcasts. It is going off in the WA running podcast universe. So yesterday I was alerted to a new WA running podcast, which I know is the title of our podcast, but I mean like the place.
I mean, we're the OG, right? We're
the OG. So it's called Low Ceiling.
Yeah.
And I had not heard of it. And I listened to an episode this morning on my run and dog walk. Couple of guys that I think they're pretty local. I think one's Tim is a chiro.
Yep.
And the other guy is, I think, a running coach.
Okay.
They seem like pretty like recreational runner type dudes that are, falling somewhere in between us and crap, maybe I want to say.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, the point that I was going to come on to is great. We should support them 100%.
Yeah.
Like awesome. Like I think there's room for all of us. But I think there's now no, hang on. There's more than that because there's simulate runners as well, isn't there? So there's 6. You've got Easy Double.
Yep.
You've got now Low Ceiling. You've got Casual Runners Appreciation Podcast Crap.
Yep.
Runversation with Rochelle and Kate. And Simulate Run, I think, is still going on. I haven't listened to that for a while. Sorry, Owen. And us, obviously. So yeah, 6 running podcasts in one state in Australia. How good?
I know. I know we said we wouldn't rank them, but where would we sit on the WA running podcast universe? I don't think we're the top one. Simon
is baiting me because he wants me to get in a complaint. And he says I haven't had a complaint yet, so he's trying to get me.
What would be your number one WA running podcast?
My number one WA running podcast is Easy Double.
I would agree. And I reckon we're second.
Yep.
Yeah,
let's go with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, all the other WA running podcasts.
Nah, fuck you. Yeah, nah, we're second. Well, I think going back to the team relay conversation or Transcend, I feel like we'd come second because let's face it, Easy Double is made up of the almighty Dean Menzies. You got Ryan Greenwood. I mean, Owen's in Ireland, but I'm sure he'll be able to fly back for Transcend. Clearly, they're not trail guys, so we might be in with a chance. But
no,
let's face it, they're very talented.
We're not in with a chance. No,
I mean they're all injured. They might it might be a DNS, so there's probably a chance, right? And then you've got the Low Ceiling guys. You got Crap, and you got Runversation. I reckon we just duel each other in something like Transcend, which is because it's not road running. Because I think a lot of those guys could be better than us. But I think Transcend throws in the obstacles to make it more of an even playing field. Yeah. And I reckon we duel them in Transcend.
Yeah. And to be fair, even if we don't win, I feel like we'll have more fun. I will certainly have more fun. Because I like to bring song to trail runs that I do.
Okay.
So, and that makes everything fun. So, there we go. We're winning on fun.
Yeah, we're winning on fun. We're going to come second. We're the second best running podcast. Is there anything that you'd like to add about this to this discussion?
No. I will move on to my next point, which is completely off topic. So there's no smooth segue into this one. But I was going to mention, we've mentioned it a few times already. We mentioned it in relation to the 10,000 metre state champs. The wind at the moment is so ridiculous, in my opinion, in Perth. Mm-hmm. I ran on Sunday. Already mentioned Big Kev was there, Kevin Matthews. He was going to run for 20k out and get an Uber back. The wind was that bad. He actually didn't in the end. He turned back and ran back. But I believed him for a while. And it was just not a good day to run south. Like, you'd certainly not after you'd run north. You'd want to be running south first and then run north. Yeah. I didn't do that. We ran north and then I had to turn into it and it was just horrible. So, I just don't love the wind, and I am going to the UK on Thursday and I am actually quite looking forward to there being less wind.
Yeah, right. So your point is just it was just very windy.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I mean, I agree. It was pretty windy on Sunday. It was pretty windy today. I'm trying to think. Yeah,
it was windy today.
Windy.
Have you seen it's probably a bit early actually, but it will be interesting to see what the track's like on Friday night, because it's always,
there's a bit of a breeze every time I've attempted to run on that track. So I've done the 2 community runs, the state 5,000 meter championships, and that back stretch is always quite windy. So I don't know. I will put it out there and say that it will be the wind that will let me down if I fail on Friday. Don't know.
Or the first 400 meters.
Yeah. Look, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon the split is going to be hilarious. It's going to be a very fast 400 off the block, and then the second lap is going to be very, very slow.
Well, you know what you need to do though? You just need to run slower for the first lap.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what that means. I mean, I've got a coffee bet with Dan Bowbridge, so
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, so look, to add to the acronym system, there is a new sentence, I suppose, to add on a Saturday. So Dan and I have agreed that over the summer, when we do the Saturday sessions, if I can run the second rep or the last rep faster than my first, he'll buy me a coffee. And if I fail to do that, I buy him a coffee. And so far in the 2 weeks since we've made the bet, I fucked up. So I have paid 2 lots of coffees, and it's likely that I will continue to do that over the summer at this rate. So if you do see Simon's large soy cappuccino, it means I've got to win, but we'll see when that happens.
I feel like Dan's a smart man.
He's a pretty good pacer. I mean, I'm not going to sandbag, because you could game the system, right? I could run a very slow first rep and run a faster second lap, but I will, part of the agreement is that I will run with him in the first rep. So it's probably not in my favor, this bet, and he's going to get a lot of free coffees over the summer, but I think this is my sort of motivation on the Saturday, is to try and push myself, and hopefully there's 1 week where Dan's having a rough time and I can get the second last rep faster, but it might be a long summer.
So expensive coffees for you at the moment, and it also depends on how much the coffees are costing as well. Depends on where you're going.
We're going to that. What's that coffee? The
one next to Need in Scarborough.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the coffees for a large cap, maybe $6 something. It's not bad.
Yeah, which is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, it's not.
Well,
bad,
I mean, it's not good, but it's not.
It's not good. I'm paying it every week.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah.
In some places that we shall remain nameless.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think now even on Saturday, Dan wasn't there, but Dan had messaged Sav 5:30 a.m. that morning going, "Oh, can you buy Simon coffee if he runs his second rep faster?" So he's including other people in on the bet as well, but we'll see how the summer progresses.
So hang on a minute. You buy the coffee if you run the second rep slower. He or somebody that he messages buys you coffee
Yep.
And if he's not there, then he's not going to buy it anyway. So this is very smart of Dan.
Yeah, he's a bloody accountant. He knows what he's doing. I think the plan was Sav was going to buy me coffee if I did the rep faster, but maybe he was confident that it wasn't going to happen, or maybe he was a clever guy and guilt tripped Sav into doing it.
Yeah, he's a numbers man. Numbers man. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll go into weapons of warp. So we'll start things off with some positives. So we had Kristy Wright. So Kristy Wright, over the weekend, I was creeping on the socials. She won the community champion in the double awards. They had like a Christmas party on Sunday. Now, Kristy, we know through the pod because she's an avid listener. We see her every week actually on Thursday on our runs, and she's just so positive. And it's probably the reason why she won the community award at the double Christmas party. She's always positive. She's always waving, saying hello. She's always messaging us on the Instagram pod.
Oh, that's nice.
She's a ray of sunshine. She loves love. So I think this week's weapons definitely Kristy. She calls us podcast mummies and daddies, which I'm not too sure how I feel about that, because it means that we're on some sort of weird threesome of this podcast. So I'm not too sure how that sits with me. But
am I included in that as well?
Yeah, you're a podcast mummy and I'm a podcast daddy, and also Chris. So
okay,
we're in some weird threesome of this podcast.
Maybe we won't say the word threesome again.
No, we probably would. But anyway, Kristy, is one of our weapons for this week.
Well done, Kristy. I did hear crap last week or the week before when they were talking about the nominations for this award.
Yep.
And I did hear there was some quite good contenders for it. So yeah.
I don't know how the voting system works. It sounds like it's like Logies, where it's like a popularity sort of contest, but I don't know. But I know Kristy, deserving winner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Based on positivity.
Sounds like it from what you've just said. Yeah.
Yep. We saw over the weekend. I think the next weapon, trying to pinpoint who the weapon is, but I think the weapon should be the Canning River Park Run team, because there seemed to be an incident that occurred over the weekend that included a member of the public dressed in loincloth and throwing sticks at runners. So I think the weapon is probably not that person, but more the parkrun organising team to navigating that, and hopefully everyone was safe. So shout out to the Canning River Parkrun team. And then I think the last one, I won't name these guys, but perhaps a question to bait you again, Vicky. What would you consider to be, what are the appropriate Strava activities that you should be uploading onto Strava? So running is cool. I'd say walking maybe is acceptable.
Walking is acceptable, because I've just done a week of it and I uploaded every single one.
Yep. I'd say elliptical's okay.
Yes. I think I would say weight training is okay.
Weight training's okay. Yeah.
Or gym, or whatever you want to call it. Pilates, yoga.
Yep.
I would log all of that, because it keeps me accountable. If you're walking, I'm not sure about if you're using a buggy. I feel like that's pushing it a bit.
Matt Maguire was doing golf for a bit, but now he doesn't upload that anymore. I think Smithy does golf as well on Strava.
But they would be walking though, right? They wouldn't be using a buggy. And so I think it's acceptable.
But would you log it though as an activity? I don't know. It just seems...
I wouldn't play golf.
Yeah. So anyway, I saw there were two things I saw. So one in recently and one that was nominated by a listener. So the one I saw over the weekend was someone logged a Strava activity. I think they were a groomsman at the wedding. So they weren't the groom, a groomsman, and he recorded walking down the aisle on Strava, 51 seconds. So I wasn't sure what the distance was, but 51 seconds to walk the aisle.
It's a slow walk as well. Slow walk.
Slow walk. I will not name this person because I think he's just crying for attention, and I will not give him the satisfaction of who that was.
Right.
But the other person I saw,
you can tell me after.
Yeah, you won't know him. The other person is actually through a nomination. The listener wants to run and be named. They don't want to be named, but also suggested that the person who uploaded the activity, that we shouldn't name them either. But they screenshotted an activity uploaded on June the 5th this year at 12:51 p.m. And the Strava activity reads, massage chair set to energize for 10 minutes, 73 beats per minute, 27 calories burnt. Not too sure what's going on there. Don't think you should be uploading a Strava activity. What sort of work are you doing? You're just sitting there.
I'm not sure. I'm a bit hooked on my calories burnt after listening to Easy Double and hearing Ryan talk about how people go to the gym and they look like they've burnt 150 calories. And I'm constantly now checking my watch like, how many calories have I burnt? Is Ryan getting? I mean, Ryan doesn't even follow me on Strava, so he wouldn't know. But I'm like, who's going to be looking at my weight training and seeing how many calories I've burnt? And it's never very many. I mean, I would say 27 isn't bad for 10 minutes on the massage chair.
Yeah, but why are you uploading that shit on Strava?
I don't know. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, they're a weapon because, and that's not the good kind. I feel like that's suspicious behavior. That's basically going through a phase where you're just uploading anything. Maybe that person was injured, but it's weird to upload an activity that was generated by a machine and you're just sitting there.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I mean, when I'm injured, I won't even go on Strava because I can't bear it. So that's also brave. But yeah, I think that Kristy is the out-and-out winner of this week's weapons, without a doubt. So
followed by the parkrun team.
Followed by the parkrun team.
And then the third one are the two individuals that uploaded suspicious Strava activities.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh, well, 59 minutes. So we made it within the hour.
That includes your intro effort.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear.
But that's it. That's us. This was the short episode.
Yeah, we're done. All right, I'll wrap us up, shall I then? Thank you, everyone, for joining us this week. Sorry that we waffled on a bit. If you do want to reach out to us, I'm in the market for Strava art, remember. You can chat to us on our socials. On Instagram, we are at WA Running Pod. Email warunningpodcast@gmail.com, or you can find our Strava group, Warp, on Strava. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you next week.
See ya. Bye.
And it is Vicky here today with someone who is sitting across my screen, and he is no stranger to the acronym. Simon, the acronym short.
Sure.
I fucked it up.
What do you mean? I'm gonna keep this in. Do you know what? I'll put this in the outro. Start again. I'm the Asian guy. All right. Try again. Would you like the intro to be played again?
No, I don't.
I'll play the intro again.
Okay, go then.
Yeah.